The rain in Spain stays mainly in the...
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.
Good morning. Just heading out of Sargun, actually just heading out of from our accommodation at the moment, and what a difference a good breakfast can make you feel. I mentioned yesterday that we were well looked after by this cafe, very affordable but really delicious food with the bakery. Well, we went back to the same place for breakfast this morning. Once again, really well looked after by the same people. Turns out they are actually the people who own the hotel, and they're doing some renovations in the hotel. So the hotel was cheap, very basic. I suppose the thing that brought the hotel down was the no hot water. But gee, they made up for it with the meal they gave us yesterday afternoon and then this morning as well. It was almost like they were trying to go over the top to look after us because a few extra things appeared on our plate from their bakery, and the size of the tortilla. One tortilla served all three of us. One slice of tortilla served all three of us. So they were lovely people. They just need to get some hot water. Hopefully in their renovations they put that at the top of the list. Never know, they might think it's spring. Who needs hot water in spring and Spain? Yeah, well, the people from the tropics do. But anyway, all those little things, because you're only in the town for less than 24 hours, can really impact on your perceptions, and they are only perceptions. You don't spend enough time in any one place to really develop a good opinion of places, but all those things really impact your perceptions on places. How are you greeted? What are the meals like? Is there a kettle? Is there hot water? Those sorts of things. Now, yesterday, 16 kilometres into Sahagun, and we've mentioned this before, I have this theory. Now that we're fit enough and conditioned enough, the shorter days I'm actually finding harder. And I think it comes down to the psychology that sits behind the Camino. So yesterday's 16 kilometres felt a lot harder than the previous day of 20. Now today we've got, I think, is it 20 kilometres? We're heading to Burgo Ranero, like that name, Burgo Ranero, 20 kilometres. So we're into the second half of the Camino now. Yeah, just 16 kilometres yesterday. You think, oh, this is a breeze, but then maybe you don't do the same prep for the day. My feet certainly played up yesterday. The last few kilometres seemed to really drag. But today, 20 kilometres. Back to sort of our new average. Hopefully the feet have a much better day today. Want to talk a little bit about animals we've seen so far on the path today. What did we see, Jan?
We saw horses, we saw dogs, we saw some wild pigs, can't remember the name.
The dead ones?
Yes, they were dead.
They were two wild boars that looked as if they'd been hit by a passing truck. They were just on the side of the road. They were big and hairy, weren't they? But they definitely had come off stinky. Definitely had come off second best, yes. And other days, what else have we seen? We've seen...
we saw a rabbit yesterday.
We did see a rabbit out in the wild.
Some stray cats.
Oh, lots of cats, yes.
Lots of dogs, sheep. Yes.
We've seen a snake.
Yes, but that was stabbed.
It looked like someone had stabbed the snake with their walking sticks. And I'm not entirely sure what the snake was, but we did see a sign that had some
dangerous animals.
Yeah, or just some animals from the area, and I'm pretty sure it was the viper, which would have been a venomous snake as well. I suppose a fair while ago, we saw a lot of fish and some squirrels. What were the squirrels doing?
The squirrels I think they were just having a little wander around and getting nuts for the winter.
Well, they're coming out of the winter probably finding more nuts because it's still pretty cold. And what else? A lot of ducks. The ducks was taking the biscuits from us, weren't they?
Yes.
They weren't interested too much in the fruit, but they were interested in the biscuits.
Well, there were some birds.
We've seen a lot of different birds, haven't we?
Especially sparrows and Mr. Robin.
And what about the big birds that we're seeing? The storks.
Storks, we've seen them a lot.
And where do we see their nests?
Up on church bells, anywhere high.
High. And they're huge, aren't they? Big mud nests that, you could probably fit in there that big. Now, coming into the town today, we are in El Burgo Ranero, and I do like that name, El Burgo Ranero. Actually, Mummy ordered a burger, didn't she, for lunch? Maybe she was thinking about the name of the town that we were coming into, El Burgo Ranero. The topography here is very flat. So in an agricultural town, we've seen a lot of corn today, haven't we? A lot of crops that are growing corn. We've seen the occasional, you wouldn't call it vineyard, but you get a patch of vines. You wouldn't call it a commercial vineyard, but maybe a farmer wanting a little bit of their own crop there, but mainly corn. A little bit of farm animals, particularly at the start of today. But yeah, small town here. And what's been the best thing so far about this accommodation that we're here? Yes, lots of hot water. So we've been able to have hot water, which means we'll be feeling a whole lot better today and tomorrow morning than we did this morning. We were well looked after in the food department. So once siesta is over, we might go for a bit of a walk, check out the local supermercado and work out what we're going to do for dinner. How many kilometres left to go, Chan? 300 and...
Well, last time it said 352. Someone keeps writing the wrong numbers. When it was 352, someone wrote 331.
I think we're in about the 340s now. So bit by bit, we're getting closer.
I think 345.
Okay, well, 345 or 346 to go. We're getting there bit by bit. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the...
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.